गुरु रूप गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जियो, I would like to start my discussion by reciting Mool Mantra so everyone can join me. Ik oankar satnam karta purakh nirbhau nirvair अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच. Everyone, please bow our head to Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and getting the blessings of Vaheguru Ji by saying Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. After hearing a Shabad from our Ragi Jatha, Bhai Sahib Bhai Harpreet Singh Ji on Universal Brotherhood, which is our today's topic. And this Shabad gave us an appropriate introduction to the subject of my talk this morning. This Shabad is not only inspiring but also motivational, and I shall now proceed to develop on the spark that was lit by our Ragi Jatha Bhai Harpreet Singh Ji. This Shabad is from the Bani of Bhagat Kabir Ji in Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj on page number 1349 in Rag Prabhati, which is the second last Rag in the compilation of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And once again I repeat the wording of Shabad in front of you to focus your mind on the message of Bhagat Kabir Ji in this Shabad. Mati ek anek paat kar saji sajan hare. Bhagat Kabir Ji gave us the message gave us the example of a potter. Bhagat Kabir Ji says a potter can fashion a different type of pots. You can see in the picture on slide, the looks and appearance of the pots are different. But Bhagat Kabir Ji says it doesn't matter because all are made with the same clay. And Bhagat Kabir Ji says, similarly, all the creation, whether it's Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, Buddhist, Jainism, all are created by one Almighty Vaheguru Ji, and God prevails in His creation without any discrimination. In this Shabad, Bhagat Kabir Ji gave us the message of equality and oneness, which is the basic fundamental to create a platform of universal brotherhood. If we read our history, we will come to know what the situation of people was before Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj, how the society was divided in caste or a sub-caste system, how the rich exploiting the poor. And Bhai Gurdas Ji also mentioned in his war about the social situation of world before Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj. Bhai Gurdas Ji says, Baba dekhe dhyan tar, jalti sab prithvi dishe aayi. Bhai Gurdas Ji says, entire world in flames in the fire of discrimination, caste system, religious rituals and evil deeds. And even people call God in various fashions. For an example, Christian call him with the name of God, Muslim stated him as Allah, Hindu call him with the name of Ram, Krishna, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. But in Sikhism, it's propounded very clearly that we have, we are, and we shall continue to respect him as Vaheguru Ji, as he is part of us. And at the time of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj, the two most important religions with the most of followers are Hinduism and Islam. But both were advocating their superiority, their supremacy instead of the true worship. And Bhai Gurdas ji also mentioned in his war about the religious journeys of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj. When Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj visited Mecca, an Islamic religious place, their Islamic religious leaders asked a very important question to Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj. They opened their religious scriptures and asked to Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj, Puchan fol kitab nu Hindu vada ke Musalmanoi. They asked to Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj, who is the superior one? Who is more blessed, Hindu or a Muslim? Then Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj gave them an excellent answer. Guruji replied, Baba ke hajiya shubhe amla bajo dono roi. Guruji replied, without good deeds, without virtuous karam, everyone crying is the darkness of ignorance. And Guruji said, your acceptance in the house of God depends on your good deeds. So it's clear, as a result, good deeds and virtuous karam also help us to create a platform of universal brotherhood. I'd like to discuss the following points to get into the depth of my today's topic, universal brotherhood. First is message of universal brotherhood in Gurbani. Then Gurus setting the example of universal brotherhood during their lives. How we can keep or maintain this virtue in our daily life. Then we go to our conclusion. First is message of universal brotherhood in Gurbani. Our Gurus emphasize on the concept of equality of mankind in the sacred verses of Shri Guru Granthi Sahib Ji Maharaj. And before Advent Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj, the society in India was routinely and systematically damaged human freedom and equality, because there was a rigid caste system of superiority and inferiority. There was a rigid caste system of power and poverty for a higher caste. So Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj started his journey and reformed this rigid system of superiority and inferiority by giving a strong message of universal brotherhood in his very first verse in Shri Guru Granthi Sahib Ji Maharaj, which is Ik Oankar. It means Creator is one and all the creation is created by one Almighty Vaheguru Ji. God pervading and cherishing his creation without any discrimination of caste, creed, region or a religion. And the same message of equality was implemented by Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj in Sikhs by this hymn. Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj said, Hindu, Turk ko Rafizi Imam Safi, whether you are a Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, Buddhist, Jain, rich or a poor, black or a white, Sadhguruji says physical diversity doesn't matter. Guru Sahib Ji says Manas ki jaat sab hai ek hai pehchanbo. Recognize all of mankind as a single caste of humanity. And this explicitly shows that our Gurus spread the message of equality of mankind, spread the message of oneness in their teachings more than 500 years ago. And during the time of 239 years of Guruship of the 10 Sikh Gurus, this message of equality of mankind was vigorously promoted by them. And our Guru take a strong step to root out the injustice and prejudice of discrimination from the common human behavior, which is a basic step to create a platform of universal brotherhood. Therefore, Sikh believes we all are equal, we all are the sons and daughters of one Almighty Vaheguru Ji, and there is no scope of discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, region or a religion. Sikh must believe in Gurbani. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj says, "Phekahu ko de tune ne paimanatya." Sikh must believe in liberty, equality and fraternity, practices universal brotherhood, promotes universal peace and prosperity, universal well-being, and do prayer for Sarbat da Pala. In Gurbani, Guru Arjan Sahib Ji says, Na ko bairi nahi begana, sagal sang humko banayai. These are the strong message of universal brotherhood in Gurbani. When we read Gurbani, Sadhguru Ji says, Eka Jot, Jot hai Sharira. The one light is the light in all bodies. And Sadhguru Ji says, Sab Eka Jot, Jane je koi. The one light is all pervading, but only a few know it. Every religion have their own way and ideology. For an example, Hindu worship in temple and Muslim worship in mosque. However, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj, at his time when the message of universal brotherhood or racial harmony was unheard of, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj visited the famous religious places of Hinduism like Hardwar, Banaras, Kashi, Jagannath Puri, and gave the strong message of universal brotherhood. As well as Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj visited the Islamic religion places like Mecca and Baghdad and gave the same strong message of equality of mankind. When we read Gurbani, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is the excellent example of universal brotherhood. In Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, we listen the names of Hindu gods and goddess like Ram, Krishna, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Madhav, as well as we also come across the words of Islamic gods like Allah, Rahim, Kareem or Khuda. In Gurbani, Satguru Ji says, Koi bole Ram Ram, Koi Khudaye, Koi Seve Gusaiyan, Koi Alaye. Consequences is in Gurbani. Guruji taught us the message of equality, fraternity, love, prosperity and peace, which help us to create a platform of universal brotherhood. So our next point, our Guru setting the example of universal brotherhood. Do our Gurus apply these valuable practices during their lives? I would like to start this point from the life of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj, because Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj is the founder of Sikhism. And I hope so you all are familiar with these two anecdotes from the life of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj. First is related to the life of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj when he was only 18 years old and his father gave him 20 rupees to start a business. And as we know, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj spent those 20 rupees to help some needy and hungry people with food and clothes. But what the message behind this, Saki? What is the motive behind this? In this Saki, Guruji gave us the message of serving humanity is the service to God, and God prevails in His creation without any discrimination. This is also a helpful step to create a platform of universal brotherhood. Another story is from the life of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj when he was on his missionary journeys and reached Saidpur, known with the name of Ahmedabad in Pakistan. And as we know, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj loved to stay in the house of a poor or a lower caste carpenter, Bhai Lalo. And Guruji accepted the dry chapati from the house of Bhai Lalo and refused the wealthy feast from the house of Malik Pago. But what the message behind this Saki? In this Saki, Guruji showed us, Guruji teaches us the message of universal brotherhood. Guru Nanak Dev Ji condemned discrimination of upper or a lower caste. Guruji condemned discrimination on the richness and poverty. Guruji also taught us honest and truthfulness are two pillars to create a platform of universal brotherhood. Guruji showed us ego, pride and selfishness are some hurdles on the way to universal brotherhood. I would like to share another Sakhi from the life of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. At the time of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj, Akbar was an Mughal emperor and he was inspired by kind deeds of Guru Kar. And he visited to seek Guruji's blessings. Before his coming, Sikh asked to Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, Guruji, are we doing some special arrangements for Akbar as he was a king? Then Guruji replied, no, because all are equal in the house of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj. And when Akbar reached to Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj showed him the message of universal brotherhood through the concept of Pangat and Sangat. Pangat is the place where all sit and eat together without any discrimination of caste, creed, region or a religion. And Sangat is the place where all sit and praise Lord together without any discrimination. And these are excellent examples of universal brotherhood. Sangat and Pangat are also excellent example of universal brotherhood in Sikhism. I would like to share some more examples of universal brotherhood during the lifetime of Gurus. 4 doors of Harmandir Sahib represent equality and give us the message of universal brotherhood. Khatri, Brahman, Shud, Vaish, Upadesh, Chaun Varna ko sanja. Muslim saint Saint Mian Mir, who laid the foundation stone of Harmandir Sahib, also a great example of universal brotherhood. Pir Buddhu Shah sacrificed his sons, relatives and followers in the fierce battle of Pangani Sahib for true cause is also a message of universal brotherhood. Guru Ki Masjid is a mosque in Hargobindpura that was constructed on the order of 6th Guru, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj. These are some excellent examples of universal brotherhood practiced by our Gurus during their lifetime. So now, our third point, how we can keep or maintain this virtue in our daily life. The best way to attain this virtue, this great virtue in our daily life, is by contributing your time, effort and money for humanity without any discrimination and expectations. And today we still follow what our first Guru, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji Maharaj has started 550 years ago, Community Kitchen Langar. And Community Kitchen of Harmandir Sahib is an excellent example of universal brotherhood. In the Community Kitchen of Harmandir Sahib, approximately 1 lakh people feed daily free of cost. And food is served to all visitors regardless of faith or background. Khalsa Aid is an international NGO with the aim to provide humanitarian aid in disaster areas and civil conflict zones based on universal welfare of entire human race, recognize the whole human race as one. IRO Singapore is also a great example of universal brotherhood. Focuses on what is being done in the region to promote religious harmony, network with World Council on Religion and Peace and the Asian Council on Religion and Peace. Also regularly conducts interfaith prayers and blessings at launching ceremonies of public and private institutions, and their aims to teach the spirit of friendship and cooperation among the leaders and followers of different religions, to work for the achievement of peace and goodwill among mankind, to promote community and cooperation among the followers of different religions for the betterment of mankind. These are some steps to create a platform of universal brotherhood, to maintain this virtue in our daily life. Respecting our parents and elders, eradicating the ego, pride and selfishness behavior of ourselves, remove discrimination based on caste, creed, region and religion, and get rid of exploiting the differences between rich and poor. But are we on the same track? Do we follow the message of universal brotherhood in our life? Are we breaking the boundaries of caste system? I'd like to share a little example which happened with my uncle. His name is Mr. Gurdial Singh. And he shared a shocking story that was related to his tour of England. He said when he reached London, he was waiting for a taxi. And after some time, he found it. Taxi driver asked him, "Uncle, where you want to go?" Then he replied, "Sikh temple." Once again, taxi driver asked him, "Which one?" Then he replied, "Gurdwara, Sikh temple." Then taxi driver said, "Okay, I understand. You want to go Sikh temple. But tell me which one you want to go." Then he said, "What do you mean by which one?" "I want to go Gurdwara, a Sikh worship place, Gurdwara, Sikh temple." Then taxi driver showed me a list of Gurdwara Sahib in London. In the list, Ramgadiyan da Gurdwara, Singh Sabha Gurdwara, Majhe da Gurdwara, Duabe da Gurdwara, Jattan da Gurdwara, Ravdasiyan da Gurdwara, Nanak Sariyan da Gurdwara, Akhand Kirtaniyan da Gurdwara. And Sardar Gurdial Singh ji says, he feel very embarrassed and had no answer. What taxi driver was asking? Sadh Sangat ji, this is not issue in UK, in England. This is a global issue of Sikh community. But are we doing it here as well? Our community that's well known for the efforts of mankind universally is today struggling for their own unity. So now we reach to our conclusion. As we know, in today's life, each and everyone can fulfill his or her responsibilities, including all of us, by providing food, giving good studies, and providing all comforts of life. But is this enough to concept of universal brotherhood? I would like to conclude my discussion with short reference from the life of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj was martyred by Aurangzeb in Chandni Chowk, Delhi. And as we know, Guruji stand for truth and righteousness, save the religion of others by sacrificing of his life without any expectation and discrimination. The two basic steps which help us to walk on the way of universal brotherhood are truthfulness and honesty. We have to emphasize these valuable practices. Are we following what our gurus have taught us? Our gurus were way ahead of their time. Are we regressing? Have we forgotten the message of universal brotherhood? And I think we know ourselves better and we need to contemplate upon it. I request you to listen to the Bani carefully, understand it and implement in our lives. This is what our gurus wanted the Sikh to do. So once again, I request all of you, learn the message of universal brotherhood by singing this Shabad of Guru Arjan Sahib Ji Maharaj along with our Ragi Jatha. Shabad is, "Na ko mera dushman raya, na hum kiske bairai, Brahm pasar, pasareo pitar, Satguru te soji pai." In this Shabad, Guru Arjan Sahib Ji Maharaj gave us the message of equality and gave us the message of God is omnipresent and God pervades all his creation without any discrimination. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.